It's a Spirit of Chance, a converted O-Day day sailor, getting ready for the Texas200 on her maiden. It's my first time with a cabin, which is a real joy. I've had open boats before. So the back shelving carries a bunch of personal items, GoPro extensions, charts, and various other odds and ends. The far end is primarily the kitchenette. And I've got, with the galley, got a little table, but fruit will be in that net mostly. There's another net directly beneath me here, which will have things also. As you can see, I've got a couple of hats hanging. I have lots of bags. Have an umbrella up high to augment the shade in the cockpit, which is essential. The yellow bag is the asymmetrical spinnaker. My inflated pillows are already stored so that they're not going to get damp on the floor up in a net. The mat is my bed for sleeping in the cockpit. It's just there to demonstrate it, and it fits rather well. It's comfortable. The footwell works perfectly. Air pump for the inflatable mattress for land camping. Peapot with the yellow-orange top. Inflatable mattress is behind it, and then in the far end under the table are all my O-meals. Snacks and so forth will be in these shelves and in the nets. So that's the cabin from the port side, and then in the cockpit we've got a good deal of organization for 3 people. So I've never carried 3, and especially in a small boat like this, but it'll be fun, and I just want to help them get a feel for the Texas200 since they've never been on it. Nenad and also Brent are coming. Brent will do the whole trip. Nenad will do just 2 days of it. And so we have seating for 3. Right here is a push pole with a knob for the palm of my hand, and it just fits in there and tied on. And it fits right in this hole, which is to clear the centerboard in the event that it gets jammed with shells or something, which is a pretty typical thing to happen. My shoes go in the mezzanine underneath here. Leave that one open for Brent and for Nenad's shoes. We've got all these little inspection ports are marked with what's in them. This is primarily my land camping gear, and it works well. I've never had this much storage. This is really a joy. I do carry rain gear both inside and out here so that I am ready for what I believe is going to be a wet Texas200 this year. And then in the back I carry, as you can see, the various things for docking, shade for the boom tent, a tether for myself, and both the jib and the main bag, which is covers, and it fits plenty space. So I'm in good shape. Back in here will be mostly our snacks and so forth. The porta potty is for, well, it's actually just a bucket with a wag bag, but inside is all the gear for that, and it'll trailer just fine like that. And then underneath here, I've got actually all my electronics in this bag. And that, well, it's a little fish tackle box, but it's waterproof, and it'll suit fine to carry the various electronics that I want. Of course, it won't trailer that way, but that's how I'll get it there. And then the anchor. Oh, I should mention there is another anchor compartment, and that's right here, and it is pretty slick. I carry 2 anchors. This little thing is a skewer, which works perfectly with a little line, and then of course a full delta with 75 feet rode and some chain, and that's very useful for setting up setting up the anchor from the cockpit quickly. And then in the back, I was about to mention that I carry my second anchor, which is a large fluke. Both of those are 8-pounders. This thing fits super tight, and again, it'll ride just like that. My sponge is down below there for the trailering, and but I will of course have it out handy so I can use it. The engine is just set up for the trailer trip, that's all. It will be riding the car. The rear here has a little trash bag, and this is where I carry the majority of the trash and the dirty clothes. A bit of a problem where to put all that stuff. Dirty clothes stink and they're wet, and then all the trash will go in here. I've got the road for the second anchor is in here. It's accessible, and it just hooks on, of course, to the chain over the top into the back there, and it can also be deployed from the cockpit. So as you see, oh, there's my paddle, a wedge fit, which works really well. I was glad I didn't have to drill any holes. And I've also got a long GoPro stick, which you can see on this equivalent side here. Where is it? Oh, on the seat. There you go. So it's wedges down in there. It's just PVC pipe. The GoPro mount will attach to that far end, and it's long enough for me to get it out beyond the side of the boat. A little lanyard in my hand so I can get some good views, hopefully. So that is really what we have going on so far with all my clothes. My clothes go right in here. So I've got, these are my sailing clothes, and I also carry the spares for the boat and the hardware to set the boat up. They fit very nicely right in here. But it's all in dry bags, and so it should stay dry, which will be nice. And then the water, you may wonder where that goes. Well, it'll go everywhere I can fit it. But this is the primary hole for water, and it should hold enough for 3 of us for the duration that we're on board together, and certainly 2 of us while we're on board for the 4 days and 3 for 2 days. And then, of course, I've got cup holders around, and I've got the rear end there and various other spots here and there where we can wedge bottles and do that kind of thing. From the starboard side, there's my 2 hats. I've got spare lights and strobes for myself and whistles for my crew in the event they don't have any. And then that far net carries primarily my bedding and a second set of rain gear. If it's going to be rainy, I want at least a dry set for the back end of the trip and not be constantly having to put on wet gear. And again, just spare areas to stow stuff, cup holder in the corner, and nice little battery driven. Everything's battery driven in my world. I don't use power. AA batteries does it all. My electronics, all my electronics are AA, and that is super easy for me. I don't have to think about it. I'm a little bit of a Luddite in that regard. So that's the cockpit. That's, as I said, there's the umbrella up top, very useful. I've got mesh sides to my bimini, but I do find that the umbrella will be useful, particularly with 3 aboard. You can't fit under a little tiny bimini like I have. So with 3 aboard, it'll work really well for someone to use that umbrella. And they handle a lot of wind, believe it or not. So that's it. Spirit of Chance. She's ready to go. 3 up for part of the trip and 2 up the whole trip. And then the cabin itself is going to be my primary area. I'll remove the bedding, rather the mat, of course, when we sail, and that's where Brent and Ninad will put all their gear. Just throw it in there, and then they'll take it out and go camp on land. And if I want to camp on land, I've got, I should have mentioned, I've got my tent. It's right down in here in the footwell, and that's a good spot for it, I think, just to carry it for the duration. And thanks for watching. I hope you all are getting set. It's going to be, I believe, a wet one, my friends. Get ready. Cheers.